Right. Hello. It's been a while. It feels like it has been for me in an absolutely sweltering UK. 30 degrees. 30 degrees. Who'd have thought? Okay. So it's a quick video. There's been so much going on for me personally. And so something that's just come up, just feel as though I want to sort of talk about, document, if you like, is this thing called attachment. Now, what does that mean? Basically, what I mean by attachment is that we attach ourselves to our possessions. So, for example, you might have a nice car, you might have a nice house, lovely watch, large bank balance, great job, lovely country to live in, um, beautiful wife, partner, um, etc., etc., etc. Large collection of guitars, um, uh, a horse, whatever. I don't know why horse came into mind. All of these things, all these possessions. Okay, and I include family there, and I'll explain in a minute. But basically, this idea of attachment. Now, from a Buddhist point of view, they say that all attachment ultimately will cause you pain. And the pain is related to grief in a sense because you know what it's like when you lose your wallet or you lose your phone or you lose something. You go into this flat spin of grief or loss, which it actually is in some cases. And so you can see the link here. You can see if you lose your watch, if you lose your wallet, if you break your um, a chain, or you damage your car, whatever. There is this fear arises, and now it can go. It can move not only from possessions. It can move into relationships as well. So we have attachment, of course, we have attachment to our children, to our parents, to our relatives, to our wives, partners, girlfriends, boyfriends. And ultimately, that too will cause pain at some point. The pain of you both getting to the end of your lives, or one or the other, illness, injury, worry, all of these things, all of these emotions tend to come up when you're in this relationship. And the more attached you are to someone, the more pain ultimately, should they ever leave, you will feel. Which brings to mind, and I'm going to get shot for this, but the film Jerry Maguire, where he says, "You complete me." Wow. Talk about the pain of attachment when that breaks down eventually. So, in a sense, what I'm saying is, yes, of course, be in that relationship, be present in that relationship, be a co creator in that relationship, but be careful how you attach to that relationship as well, because attachment ultimately will cause pain. So, the big test, if you like, is to look at your. I've done this. It went down. It went down fairly well to begin with, but upon understanding, it's sort of increased with my wife, where I said, I'm not attached to you as I once was. In the honeymoon period, I suppose. Uh, because I leave you free to do whatever it is, and I wouldn't want to change you, and I wouldn't want to do, and all of these kind of things. So essentially, yes, we're together. Yes, we're creating together, but I'm not attached to you. And in that sense, you can save yourself a lot of grief. And similarly, as I said, with work, with possessions, with the speedboat, the car, the house, whatever. All of these things, in the big scheme of things, are illusions. Okay, and I may talk about that on future videos, because I don't think with this heat that we're quite ready for the metaphysical side of things. So just have a look at your attachments, and also, there's opportunities within those to turn them to the better, to the good. You could look at releasing from attachments by having a look at your stuff and thinking, you know, do I really need 80 pair of shoes? Do I need 20 t-shirts? Do I need 3 cars? Do I need a car? Do I need all of this? And by recognizing it for what it actually is, which is stuff, when we, how many of us have moved house and moved one box of stuff from an attic to another attic, and all it's caused you is either pain in the back or a bang on the head. And you can see my point here, So the idea was to pare down, so that you are in a position where you limit the pain. You limit the pain of attachment, okay? And it is boiling here, and it's beautiful. And we'll be talking about some other subjects this week because I've got a few days off. But I just thought I'd start with attachment. So go out into your sheds, go in underneath your beds, go into your wardrobes, ladies, and see what you can donate. How you can turn that stuff into something real, which is when we think of A Course in Miracles, the phrase "nothing real can be threatened, nothing unreal exists." So turn that into a love thing, turn that stuff into something good. I'm sure you can. I'm sure you really can if you try. Especially, and if you're really good, you might give away something you really like. That's the test.